Hello, here's Jules from Soul Magic by Jules, and we are having in a couple of days the new moon in Gemini. This is going to be on Monday on the 3rd of June in the morning, New York time, and in the afternoon in Europe. And this is going to be a Gemini new moon. Gemini is all about communication, being out there, talking, writing, speaking, marketing, chatting via internet, social media. And it's also all about people being in groups, doing business, communicating with each other, writing and speaking. This new moon is bringing a T-square. We have Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is opposing the Gemini. And Sagittarius is the opposite sign, which is all about traveling, higher knowledge, achieving goals, going out there, seeing the world, traveling also foreign places. And as we have Jupiter there, this is enhancing this. And the other side, which, the T-square, here we have the Pisces and the Neptune in Pisces. It can be extremely creative. So for people out there who are working in creative field with writing, speaking, performing, especially doing that in foreign language or somewhere outside of their country, they might get a lot of new ideas, how to do, what to do. They can be really creative. Another thing which is also connected with Neptune, with Pisces, is drugs and alcohol abuse. And as Neptune is squaring the new moon in Gemini, which is a very social sign, I would say if you're going to be going on a party next week or the next 2 weeks, it would maybe make sense to be more careful how much you drink, and if you're drinking, what you say to whom. Especially not saying that on a tape, on a Facebook, or an internet where it can stay for a very long time. This could be, let's say, another side to be more careful about. This is really a nice outgoing time, which we're going to have in June with this new moon. And I want to draw now a tarot card reading just to tune to the new coming energies, to have a feeling of what are we going to be working about the new energies of this new moon. With every new moon, we get a new cycle with some energetical theme, and usually we feel it very strong the first 2 weeks, so basically from a new moon to a full moon. But the strongest days are just the 2-3 days after the new moon, where especially in this case, if you're in some creative field, it would be a great time just to pay attention and create. And as I was speaking, the first card which came out is the Ace of Pentacles, which means business proposal, some practical idea, some ideas about how to make business and money. Or if we are talking about creative stuff, it's about how to put these creative ideas into a practical sense, into a pentacle. And this is, let's say, the main theme around this new moon. It's just making things happen, making deals, business as well. Depends what goes to whom. And yes, it is creative ideas which come to us out of our emotional level, out of our emotional self, out of our inner world. And we're going to be able in this new moon to put them into practice, to make a pentacle out of the water, out of the emotions. And the thing is, what we need to do is just relax, tune to the new energies of the moon, and let the ideas come to us. It's not a time, it's not a typical Martian time where we need to go out there, hunt the ideas, get them doing, get them going. It's much more really going into ourselves, relaxing, leaning back, and receiving those ideas or business proposals or party proposals, receiving. It's all about receiving and being there able to receive. And for many of us, this can feel like we are stuck. This can feel like we are not moving forward. Because in this card, you see this nice cat having a nap and relaxing, and all this kind of, the fourth cup here coming to the cat, which is receiving and letting come. And for many of us, we might feel really restless because we're not going out there, and we might really feel stuck. But this is something about how we feel on the inside. This is not really showing what is actually happening in the world. And the reason we might feel like that is that we kind of have a feeling that we missed opportunities in the past. We might have a feeling like we didn't use all the opportunities we got. And this is again a really great example about how our inner world can rule us and can be our friend or not. And our own high-level expectations or fears can make us see the picture on a different way. So on this side, you see cat looking into the spilled cups, which means, cat is pitying itself for losing the cups. But behind the cat, you have two more, which are full. And this is exactly the place where we might be coming from this month, like being in a feeling of pity for something which is lost. But actually it isn't, because there are other stuff out there as well. And we just need to allow them to come to us. And for those of you who might be interested in relationships and dating, this kind of Gemini new moon could be really good for getting out there parties, in a social circle where you could meet people, like go to a fair, go to a museum, go to a bank or an exhibition, just where there are a lot of people, and allow yourself to be approached. Because if you do allow yourself to be approached, whatever what kind of ideas they're coming, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel on fire, and not just completely on fire, but balanced on fire. So you're going to feel really good. And you see this cat here being really happy, thick, full, well-groomed. This is what will happen if we allow ourselves to receive. And talking about relationships and dating, this is the Three of Cups, and this is a card which we usually associate with dating, with romantical meetings. That's why this could be a lot really creative energy, but this could be also an energy where you meet a lot of people and you feel good, and maybe also romantic, but the whole theme is you might feel good socializing this month. And it definitely looks like out of your environment, there's going to be a new energy coming in. A new energy coming in, which is strong. This is the Magician card. And this magician has the magical wand in his hand, this beautiful cat. This is the energy which is coming out of your environment. That's why it's so really important, if you have the opportunities to get together with other people one way or another, to do business or be creative, just do it, because you never know what kind of strength is going to come out there. And what is important is, once you started pitying yourself, I just want to show the old cards. When you started pitying yourself and feeling like the Hanged Man, which is just restless, the risk is that you go in overthinking, that you get really all in your head, all thinking, figuring out, deciding, judging. This is a risk, because this might stay on the way of the happy gathering or on the way of the receiving of those ideas and gestures. So this is kind of a little bit of a warning for the month to go with the flow, to be in the water and not really in the judging in the head and then in this swords type of energy. There is nothing to be cut. It's the quality of the water which is just in a constant flow, and this is what we are going for this month. Yeah. And if you manage to go with the flow, to go in the water and feel like water, you're going to get some great gesture. We started talking about the Ace of Pentacles and we're ending with the Ace of Cups. What does it mean? This can mean many things. This can mean really a romantic gesture. This can mean a highly creative gesture or highly creative pull, what you receive as an idea. All in all, you could feel in a much more balanced place coming out of your environment. And this is really the warning, is if you want to cut off and cut and know and control, you might not get there, because a sword drones in the water. You want to float, you don't want to drone. So this is my reading for the new moon and for the next 2 weeks and the energies around us. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for commenting and letting me know how does this resonate with you. I love you. Bye for now.